Welcome back, friends. So as promised, today I am going to deal with the topic Indian logic, which is called as Pramanas. The concept of Indian logic is known as Pramana or Pramanas. Pramana are the means through which the knowledge is acquired. These are used by us consciously or subconsciously depending upon the need of the hour. The teachers of the Advaita philosophy have categorized the Pramanas into 6 categories. So this Indian logic is also known as Pramana or Pramanas, and these are categorized into 6 categories according to Advaita philosophy. 6, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So according to Advaita, so in examinations, in the NET examination, they can ask you according to which Vedanta or according to which philosophy is this Indian logics taken, or to which logics it belong to. Then we have to keep in mind that it is Advaita Vedanta. That is, Vedanta is philosophy. Advaita Vedanta. So these are categorized into 6 categories. The first one is the Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha means perception. Pursuing something, or the Pratyaksha is the first category. This involves a direct cognition, either internal or external. Here the knowledge can be received through a sensory reception, that is through hearing, smelling, seeing, touching or tasting. And it is all these are the external perception. Then internal perception are those like pain, pleasure, happiness, sadness, love, hate, anger and many more feelings. These are the internal perceptions or internal pratyaksha, we can say. Now, perception involves both these sense organs and mind. Both are involved in this concept of pratyaksha or perception. Different people can perceive the same object differently. Like in the rainy season or in the winter season, let's take, we feel cold. What coldness I feel that my brother would not feel or my sister would not feel. That means our perception, our pratyaksha, our sensory organs are different from each other. Each individual has different perception towards the knowledge that is available in this entire universe. So now, this was the first one. The second one is Anumana. The second logic or second pramana is Anumana. In English it is called as inference. It is called as inference. What is this inference? This is also a means of knowledge, and here the information is not perceived as it is, it is not received as it is. Something is there that will not be accepted as it is, but it is rather based on the deduction or what is inferred. Some message is given or some statement or something is given to us, and we derive some conclusion, and that process is known as the Anumana. We use this Anumana in our daily life. Like when we don't have exact information, we use it to derive the unknown information from the available information. This process of Anumana involves first step is perception, then knowledge of invariable relationship, and then conclusion. So you might not understand, but I will give you one example. Like if we see some smoke rising from one building, this is our perception, and we know that this smoke rises from the fire. Okay, this is the invariable relationship in between the fire and the smoke. Then the conclusion is there is fire in that building. This is the conclusion. So now we know what is perception, what is the knowledge of invariable relationship, and the conclusion. This process is involved in the anumana. Now moving forward, we have upamana. Upamana means comparison. Upamana means comparison. This is also a process of acquiring knowledge by comparing it with the similar object about which we have prior knowledge. There is something, we have its knowledge, and the new thing what we are going to learn, that is compared to the old thing. So now we can understand the new thing in relation to the old thing. So this is called as upamana or comparison. For example, like for little students, the names in English of the like birds or animals, they are taught to them in relation to their mother tongue, so that when they know the mother tongue, they will relate this new knowledge of English words to the knowledge of their mother tongue words, and they will understand the concept. This comparison is called as upamana. This is somewhat similar to analogies. Then comparison helps in acquiring new knowledge by relating it to the prior knowledge. As I said, it is similar to the analogy, and this thing we use in our life too much. Like if her sister is intelligent, then she also might be intelligent. Like this, we compare to each other and we come to some conclusion. That is called as upamana. The fourth one is shabda. Shabda or verbal testimony. Shabda or verbal testimony. What is the shabda? This shabda, as many of us know, shabda is the word. The word is called as the shabda. Here, verbal testimony means it is either in the written format or in the spoken format from our teachers or some elder person who gives us authentic knowledge from authentic source. That is called as shabda. This can come from any authentic source. That doesn't mean it should come only by the teachers or only by the parents, but it can be anything which is authentic in nature. Just like newspaper is authentic in nature, some magazines are authentic in nature. So whatever words are written there, that format, when we learn, when we acquire knowledge from those newspapers, from those books, from those articles, then that process of acquiring knowledge is called as shabda or verbal testimony. Okay, now moving forward, we go to the fifth one, and the fifth one is Arthropathy. Arthropathy. Arthropathy means implication. Implication. Arthropathy is implication. What is implying? That is, we see something or we do something and we imply some meaning to it. This is called as the Arthropathy. Like for example, it is like the postulation or pre-assumption. Like the use of the assumptions for explaining something which is difficult to explain, which is difficult to explain. For example, if if we need to develop some theory, if we want to say that E equal to mc square, so how will be this derived? So we'll assume that there is some x and something is there. Let us assume or let us postulate. Why we are postulating or why we are assuming that there is something that we don't know, and but still we are assuming that it is there. And when we assume that and go on solving, we will get the particular answer. That is known as the Arthropathy procedure or Arthropathy method of the acquiring knowledge. Like in maths or in physics or in any other subjects also, we'll take like, let us take x. Let us assume this to be x. Like these statements are called as, like this process is called as Arthropathy. Now, let's move further. Here there is something which is unknown to us. In Arthropathy, there is something which is unknown to us and we are knowing it by implying something what we know by just assuming that it is there and trying to understand the unknown things. Like for example, I just gave you like if there is any theories must be formed and anything, we'll take x and this implies like this statements all are related to Arthropathy. Now the last one and the sixth one is Anupalabdhi. Anupalabdhi, which means non-apprehension. Non-apprehension. Anupalabdhi is non-apprehension. It is a perception of non-existence of a thing. Like we generally tend to believe something is not there when we are unable to see it. According to the Indian logic or a Pramana, things exist either in a positive or negative relationship with the environment. So this is what they give example when they explain the Anupalabdhi in the Indian logic. They say that everything in this world, either it is positively related or negatively related to the environment. Let me give you an example. Now there is light. Okay, now there is light. So in absence of light, that is in absence of light, this is dark. So how do we know what is dark? Light is there. In absence of this light, this is absence of light, this is dark. Whatever you see in your front of your eyes is dark. So what are we doing is just we are trying to make you understand that in something's absence, some other thing is there. In something's absence, some other thing is there. The major example I gave you is in the absence of light, there is dark. So this is called as Anupalabdhi. I hope you have understood all these six Pramanas. I hope you have understood. You might be thinking that why is there so much space left out? That is for the next class. We will be continuing this Indian logic tomorrow or in the next class also. So before going to the next class, I would like to tell you one thing, that is Pramatha means knower, the one who knows, maybe like teacher. Prameya means the object of knowledge that has to be learnt, like for example the language, the theories or something like that. That is the object of knowledge. And the Prama means the valid knowledge, which is authentic knowledge, that is known as Prama. Okay. Now, I hope you understood all these six Pramanas. Before going, Let's take a quick revision on all of this. Indian logic, according to Advaita Vedanta philosophy, it is called as Pramana, and it is the process of acquiring the knowledge. There are 6 categories. The first one is Pratyaksha or perception. This is gain knowledge with direct contact, that is 5 senses, or indirect, that is by the feelings, that is internal and external perception. And Anumana, this is educated guesses or assumptions. Upamana is learning by comparison or analogy. And then Shabda is knowledge which is gained through the words, authentic source of words. Arthropathy is implication, taking out the meaning by seeing or looking or implying one to another. Anupalabdhi is anything which is absent, acquiring the knowledge with what is absence. So these are the 6 Pramanas in the Indian logic, that is Pramanas. I hope you have understood. Thank you.